this is my review of One Piece. Okay, so because Gin is holding Zeff hostage, Sanji is basically able to do nothing as Pro gets up and beats the crap out of him. And Sanji points out that he's not going to give up until he's laid his life on the line to help Zeff because of a debt he owes, which I'll get into in a bit. And Luffy, upon hearing Sanji's speech, smashes the deck with his foot. So, basically he's killed two birds with one stone. He saves Sanji's life and he saves Zeff's life by smashing the deck with his foot. So, yeah. But that's not what the main focus of the episode is. The main focus of the episode is actually how Sanji and Zeff actually met. So, it's been revealed already that Zeff was actually a pirate named Redfoot Zeff before he lost his leg. But the story that's told in this episode is how Zeff lost his leg. As it turns out, both Zeff and Sanji share a dream to someday find the All Blue, which is this mythical location in the center of the ocean where all four major biomes of the ocean come together. The East Blue, the West Blue, the North Blue, and the South Blue all meet together in the middle at the All Blue. So, it's Sanji's main goal to find it, and Zeff also shared this goal and was initially going to kill Sanji until he found out that it was Sanji's goal as well and refused to let him die and basically decided to spare him. That is until a giant storm comes along and washes Sanji overboard. And during this entire scene, Sanji's a little kid, so he's not exactly able to fend for himself too terribly. And Zeff realizes he has to jump in and save him, and does, but in the process, his leg gets caught in the middle of the wreckage of one of the ships. He has to cut it off using an anchor chain, and then he and Sanji wash up on this giant mountain of an island that is inaccessible from the water and is kind of hard to get back to from the water. And Zeff, realizing there was no way to actually get any food, and having washed up with both a bag of food and a much larger bag of gold, gives Sanji the bag of food, tells him to go on the other side of the island and wait for a ship, and then lies to Sanji about how much food he has, because it's not actually a bag of food, it's a bag of gold, as I said. So he basically sends Sanji off to the other island with all the food, while Zeff slowly starves to death. So this goes on for about 20 days until eventually Sanji does indeed run out of food, and believing Zeff to actually have food, tries to cut him loose of his food and tries to steal it. And throughout all this, Sanji believes that Zeff isn't exactly a good guy. He's just some old man who just took pity on him and is kind of an asshole. But after realizing that he not only saved his life because they had the same goal, and basically let himself starve to death because he wanted Sanji to have all the food so that he could survive longer, because he's an old man, he'll be fine-ish. He realizes that Zeff isn't all bad, and even cries a little bit when Zeff starts to basically pass out from lack of food and exhaustion. So, now Sanji is a little bit worried, but fortunately a ship arrives at that moment, so Zeff is only just on the brink of death. He doesn't actually die. I mean, obviously, because he's still alive in the present, but yeah, this episode mainly serves to show the relationship between Zeff and Sanji and their goal to one day find the All Blue, which is, as I said, this mythical part of the ocean where all resources from all oceans come together, and to one day make a restaurant there. So, I'm assuming we're going to see that a lot later. I don't know when, but someday soon. I mean, not really, because there's like 16 years worth of One Piece I need to get through, but yeah. This episode did a really good job of establishing Zeff and Sanji's relationship, and how the Baratie is basically Zeff's treasure. because that's a common theme. That's a common theme throughout the episode, throughout the series. A lot of people believe that treasure is actual gold, traditional treasure, but it's shown that it's a lot more than that. Anything that can hold sentimental value can be considered a treasure in that sense. I guess the point is that if it has value to somebody, it can be considered treasure. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and it's a lot of sweet sentimental crap that I love. So I'm not entirely upset with that. But yeah, there's really not much else to this episode. It just explains how Sanji and Zeph met. That's really all it does. And it also explains the relationship between them and why Sanji would risk his life to try and protect him, when we've seen up until this point that they haven't had the best relationship. So it's going to be interesting seeing how Sanji and Luffy and all of them handle this. Because now that we know that there's a deeper layer to Sanji and Zeph's relationship, that can only deepen themselves for character growth. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm not entirely sure where it's gonna go from here, because, as I said, Luffy smashed the decks with his foot. So, it could go anywhere. It could go any direction it wants at this point. So, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, if you guys have seen this episode of One Piece, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you liked it, hit that like and the subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also check out my Patreon description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month and it helps me out, so I would appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!